We're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here for Saturday, April 12th. Yesterday, a 4-1 day for us. The only one that did not hit was the Texas Rangers losing to the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners, I guess, proving me wrong. Maybe they're not the second worst team in the American League. I don't know. But a 4-1 day yesterday. Shout out to Juan Soto coming through. Shout out to the Nerfy hitting with the Cubs and the Dodgers. And we hit on our money line as well with the Washington Nationals and with another spot, the Tampa Bay Rays taking down the Atlanta Braves. We'll get to the Nationals and more later on in this video. But folks, before we get into the best bets, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB best bets here on the channel. This is the only video going up on the channel today, at least betting wise, because there's no NBA today. Tomorrow, the last day of the regular season, that video would be dropping at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. The final day of the NBA regular season, 15 games. Make sure to join us for that tomorrow. And today is UFC 314 in Miami, Florida. Volkanovski Lopez for the vacant featherweight championship in the co-main event. Patty the Batty Pimblett takes on Iron Michael Chandler, and a matchup between good versus evil, Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. Make sure to go check out our UFC 314 predictions. That's linked in the description down below, and subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA as well. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe over there. Okay, let's get on to the first of our 5 best bets for today. We kick things off with the first game of the day at Target Field. We've got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Minnesota Twins. Give me the Tigers. Don't really understand this line. I think this line is a combination of A, oh, the Twins have to win eventually, and B, they're at home. I don't care. The Twins suck, okay? The Tigers are just the much better baseball team, and what was, I guess, the narrative around the Tigers, and I'll be honest, I have been, saying this narrative too, is just, their pitching's great. We don't know what they're going to be able to do in terms of their bats. Guys, their bats have been really good this year. Honestly, Gleyber Torres is batting .455. Kerry Carpenter, power numbers are still there, only batting .200 this season. I'm not worried about Carpenter just yet. Riley Green's batting .260. Torkelson, and potentially the last year of the Spencer Torkelson experiment in Detroit, is batting .300. You get a guy like Zach McKinstry who's batting .350. Hell, Javier Baez, I understand he's a platoon and doesn't play every day. Baez is batting .320. The Tigers have figured it out, and they're playing a Twins team who's ice cold. They can't hit anything right now. I understand they scored 6 runs yesterday. Detroit was still able to go out there and win it, and I like the pitching matchup a lot tonight for Detroit. They will be sending Jackson Jobe to the mound. Chris Paddock pitching for the Twins. Now, Jobe, right, 22 years of age, still very young in the career. The Tigers have won both starts that he's pitched so far this season. Now, they haven't been great starts. His first start was in Seattle, where they beat the Mariners 9-6. That was the game they scored 6 runs off of Emerson Hancock in the first inning. Regardless, Jobe gives up 3 runs in 4 innings in that game. The second outing, a little bit better, goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs against the Chicago White Sox. So we're seeing gains and we're seeing strides and improvement for Jackson Jobe, and I think that continues to go that way. In this matchup here against the Minnesota Twins, and against a guy in Chris Paddock, at least for the Tigers bats. Paddock pitched 2 games so far this season, goes 3 1/3 against the Chicago White Sox, gives up 9 runs on 6 hits, and then pitches again against the Houston Astros, gives up 3 runs in 4 innings. Yikes. Paddock hasn't been good this year, and I don't think he's going to magically fix himself here at home against the Twins. How that Astros start was at Comerica Park as well. Or sorry, Target Field as well. I'm okay with the Tigers here. I think their bat's been really good. You look at the pitching, again, you know what that bullpen is going to bring. They are very deep there. And yeah, I'm impressed with what the Tigers have been able to do this season. Yeah, the biggest concern here is 100% Jackson Jobe, I think. And sure, eventually Minnesota has to kind of pick it up, you'd think. Right? I mean, Carlos Correa is batting 150 in the 3 spot. Byron Buxton's batting 170. Willie Castro's batting 200. Right? I mean, everyone is really struggling. I think you can make the exception for a guy like Wallner, who's batting 244 and hasn't, had a horrible year. But I'm not impressed with anything that the Minnesota Twins do. Hell, Ty France, honestly, has been their most consistent, and I'll just say their best hitter so far this year, which, again, there's a problem when Ty France has been your most reliable hitter. So I'm okay with the Tigers here. On the road, it's a great value play, as well as Detroit are the underdogs in this game, which really surprises me, probably because of the young pitcher in Jackson Jobe, but I don't know. Chris Paddock's been so bad. I understand the Tigers' bats aren't the most consistent, but they've been good so far this year, and I think they're going to be able to hit early and often against Chris Paddock. I think they're going to chase him out of there, and I don't think Paddock gets to 4 innings in this game. So I'm going with the Detroit Tigers on the road to pick up the victory against the Minnesota Twins, plus 100 on the money line. Give me Jackson Jobe and the Tigers to win in our early opener. We go to our second best bet of the day, and we go to our daily best player prop. We hit yesterday with Juan Soto. Today, we're going to Bryce Harper. over 1.5 total bases for Bryce Harper. I absolutely love the play because he gets a pitcher he has seen a million times before in Miles Mikolas for the St. Louis Cardinals. By the way, I think the Phillies destroyed the St. Louis Cardinals today. On top of that, though, we're all over Bryce Harper here. I think Bryce Harper is going to go yard. I'm going to sprinkle on plus 440. I think it's 440 or 340. I think it's 440. Plus 440 Bryce Harper to hit a home run today. I think he probably will. Harper's got 2 all year long, 1 in Atlanta and 1 on opening day in DC. I think Bryce gets number 3 tonight. And it's just a very favorable matchup here for the Phillies MVP, 2-time MVP in Bryce Harper. Against Miles Mikolas, career-wise, Bryce Harper is 7 for 21 with a home run. 22 plate appearances. He's reached base, or he's gotten a hit in 7 of those at-bats. He's been very consistent against Miles Mikolas. Again, 364 OBP against Mikolas, 333 average, slug 571 is what it is. But overall OPS of 935 against Miles Mikolas. That's pretty solid. And Mikolas hasn't been all that impressive so far this season for the Cardinals. The narrative that I'm going to continue pushing for the Cardinals, and I get they beat the Phillies yesterday. That was an expected outcome with the Phillies-Braves marathon game the night before at Truist Park in Atlanta. Again, we had the Rays yesterday to beat the Braves, and that's what happened as well. That was the main, center point around that pick. But the Cardinals are just an old team with, yes, some good young talent. I don't like this squad at all, though. I don't think the Cardinals are all that good. I think they're just kind of a nothing team this season, if we're being honest. They're one of those middle-of-the-pack squads that really won't result into anything. I kind of understand the NL Central is kind of wide open. It'll probably just be the Cubs or the Brewers, I think. I don't trust Pittsburgh. Cincinnati, yeah, they're too inconsistent hitting-wise. And then St. Louis, that team's not going to be able to put together a full, really good 162-game season. So it's, to me, probably either Chicago or Milwaukee. If I had to guess, it'll probably be the Brewers. Regardless, definitely a one playoff team division, though, 100%. As we'll probably see, I don't know, probably 2 squads out the West, or 3 out the West and 2 out the East, if we're being honest. Maybe 3 out the East if the Washington Nationals going to get their stuff together. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, I like Bryce Harper in this spot. I think Harper's taking Mikolas yard. Mikolas so far this season, 11.25 ERA. That Angels game to start the year for him goes 5 1/3, gives up 2 runs, is what it is. His second start, though, is the Sunday night baseball game at Fenway Park in Boston. He goes 2 2/3, 11 hits, 9 runs. Oh, and yeah, Mikolas hasn't given up a home run this season, but at this point, it's like, all right, well, yeah, he hasn't done that yet, so it's only a matter of time before he does. Mikolas might be washed, guys. He's 36. He's been around for a while. He's been in the St. Louis rotation for a minute. It might be the end, and I really think the Phillies are going to bury this guy tonight. I'm just going to be honest. Again, Philly got shut out yesterday. They were, jet lagged. They had no sleep. It is what it is. This is going to be a mauling tonight for the Phillies, and on top of that, Bryce Harper is definitely going to be a part of that. I think there's a very good chance this gets done in the first inning, if I'm just being honest. Bryce Harper double, or probably 8 home runs more likely, if we're being honest. But at the same time, if Bryce puts together 2 hits in this game, he does clear this line as well. And I get it. Bryce hasn't gotten this over 1.5 total bases in quite a minute. Yesterday, an 0 for 3 night against the Cardinals with a walk, and then that 11-inning game against the Braves, they intentionally walked him in extra innings. He goes 0 for 2 with 3 walks. I mean, that's what Bryce is. His OBP's at 400. He's batting 250 this season. That's just, again, what you're going to get out of Bryce Harper. But that first game against the Braves, so the second game of the Braves series did go yard, obviously cleared this mark. I think he's going to hit a home run today. Again, Harper is, I'm not going to say the best hitter in baseball, because I understand Shohei Ohtani exists. But when you really think about it, Bryce Harper is still elite. He's, multi-time MVP for a reason. And I think he's going to have a very good night tonight against the Cardinals. It's a very favorable matchup for him, batting .333 career-wise against Mikolas. He's homered off him before, and I think today he does get a hold of one against Miles Mikolas, and I think there's just going to be a lot of opportunity as a whole for Philadelphia tonight. They're guaranteed 9 innings of at-bats because they're on the road, and I think they're just going to be absolutely mauling the Cardinals tonight, so I think it presents for a lot of opportunities for Harper. It can be Bryce Harper to go over 1.5 total bases. I don't mind this as well. If you want to kind of lay off this a little bit, you could just parlay Bryce Harper hit with the Phillies winning, or you could just go Bryce Harper home run plus 455, obviously just sprinkle on that. But all around, I like the Phillies a lot today. Again, I'm not a Phillies fan by any stretch of the imagination. I really don't like the Phillies. I like Bryce Harper. I like Trey Turner. I like Kyle Schwarber. But I can understand, again, this I still believe is the team that's going to win the World Series this season. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies and Bryce Harper today. 1.5 total bases for Bryce. Over 1.5 total bases for Bryce. Going on to our third best bet of the video, we move now to the Bronx. The New York Yankees take on the San Francisco Giants. We're going to keep rolling with the Giants here. Well, we haven't picked the Giants, but we're going to keep rolling with this Giants win streak. I'm taking San Francisco here. I think it's a really good matchup pitching-wise. Guys, the Yankees' starting rotation is not anything special. And Will Warren definitely isn't anything close to special. Let's just be honest. Will Warren this season, 2 starts for the Yankees. They've lost both games that he has started this year. The first one against Arizona goes 5 innings, gives up 2 runs. Not his fault they lost that game. The second start, though, in Pittsburgh at PNC Park, he goes 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. The Yankees lose the game in extra innings. The Giants tonight sent out Jordan Hicks. Hicks has been good this year. The Giants have won both their starts that they have thrown Hicks out there for. The reliever turned starter in his first start in Houston this year, goes 6 innings, 0 runs. Second start, a win over the Seattle Mariners, goes 5 1/3, gives up 3 runs, but the Giants ultimately win that game. On top of that, guys, the Giants are, so far, again, we're only 13 games in, they've been the surprise of the season to me personally. I expected the Giants to kind of compete this season, kind of. I mean, they made moves that kind of felt like they were trying to make that next step, obviously, right? You bring in Willy Adames, you bring in a guy like Justin Verlander, who's very washed up, I think, but still, a guy who's going to pitch every 5 days for you, a Hall of Fame pitcher. So it feels like they are making those moves. I just didn't think they were going to be this good. And I'll be honest, do I think the Giants make the playoffs? No, I don't think they're going to. I think this team eventually is going to hit a losing skid, and I really don't think they're going to be a playoff caliber squad this year. But I've been impressed so far. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been very impressed with what the Giants have been able to do. Jung-Ho Lee, man, has looked like an all-star this season, and he probably is an all-star. Lee so far this year, it's a home run yesterday at Yankee Stadium. He's batting .340. He's got 16 hits and 47 at-bats. Yeah, the guy's been elite. I'll just say it. He's been elite this season. If he can keep up this pace, obviously it would be historic type stuff. Now he's not going to continue to bat .340, but Jung-Ho Lee's been absolutely phenomenal for the Giants. They're kind of starting, that J-Rod, squad thing in Seattle, that whole vibe with Julio Rodriguez in Seattle. They have his whole fan club in center field. They're doing the same exact thing in San Francisco at Oracle Park with Jung-Ho Lee. So they're really marketing towards their star player. And I think it's great. Obviously, he got shut down for the season halfway through the year last year because of injury. Jung-Ho Lee, though, in his second year with the Giants, he's phenomenal, right? Matt Chapman, average isn't up right now, but you know what Chapman does. The best glove at third base, and this is a solid team. Elliot Ramos has just been this season. Look at a guy like Wilmer Flores, who's been surprisingly very good this year. And Willy Adames, their big free agency signing, still hasn't gotten it going yet. Guys, Yaz is batting .343. Yastrzemski batting .343 this season. The Giants are good. I don't think this is going to continue to go that way, but I think, again, we're going to see how the Giants this season. I think we're going to see a third-place team. I think they can finish above Arizona. This is a third-place team that has truly found their franchise piece in Jung-Ho Lee in center field. That's what they are this year. They're not going to be able to contend with the Dodgers and the Padres. Let's just be honest. This start will not continue to go this way. But for now, we're going to continue to ride the wave. I don't think the Yankees are that good. They're 7-6. At the beginning of the season, it was like, wow, the torpedo bats, they're crazy. They've cooled off massively. They hit that Detroit series. They go, they lose 2 out of 3 games there. The first game in the series yesterday, they lost the Giants 9-1. 5-run first inning for San Francisco. The Giants win the ball game. Robbie Ray picks up the win in this game. Pitched 4 innings. Okay. Mike Yastrzemski, though, again, in the leadoff spot, batting .343 this year. Jung-Ho Lee with the home run in the first. This is a good baseball team. I was a little bit confused why Robbie Ray got the win. It's because they only played 6 innings. So, anyways, that was like 4 innings and he got the win. Yeah, that's how that works. Anyways, yeah, I like the Giants here. I get it, the rain was bad yesterday, but Jordan Hicks is on the mound. I'm not impressed with Will Warren, and I think the Giants are the better baseball team. So I'm taking San Francisco to go on the road and beat New York. Again, overall, in the grand scheme of things this season, are the Giants going to finish with a better record than the Yankees? Probably not. But right now, yes, the Giants are playing like a better team than the Yankees are. It's another great plus money spot today for us with the money lines. Let's keep it going. We're taking the Tigers early in the day. An hour later, we're going with the Giants. And then we are going with the Washington Washington Nationals plus 125. So 3 money line underdogs today, and we're taking the Nationals here on the road in Miami. So I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. The Washington Nationals are going to go 9-1 on this road trip. They've got 10 games, and they need 9 wins, I think, and that's what I think is going to happen. Cross off one of those wins yesterday. The Nationals get it done in Miami. Mitchell Parker had a good start, just one really bad inning where the Marlins bunted around and then had a bases clearing double. That's the only time they scored in that game. The Nationals win it 7-4. James Wood, guys, he's gonna be the best player in baseball. I'm not joking. That guy is just that good. I mean, you saw the opposite field home run into left center field that James Wood hits from the left side of the plate. He muscles it out of there. The guy's 22 years old. Give him the blank check. I'm serious. $600 million. That might be extreme right now. Give him, I'm not joking, give him 15 years right now. Give him 15 years. Let's go. Is this it's probably an overpay, but I don't care. Honestly, I'm sick of the Nationals not getting a franchise guy. Give James Wood 15 years, $550 million right now. I'm not joking. That's the contract I want them to give James Wood immediately. If he somehow is a bust, which I don't think he's going to be, because look at the way he's playing right now, and if somehow he fizzles out, oh well, we lost. Give him 15 years, $550 million. We cannot lose him like we lost Bryce Harper and we lost Juan Soto. It's not happening. James Wood is a Nationals lifer. He's from the DC metropolitan area. We are keeping him in the nation's capital his entire career. Get it done, Lerner family. Oh my goodness. Also, Josh Bell. Shout out to Bell, man. What a game for him. Put together a whole highlight reel yesterday at first base, made some crazy plays. Again, with Nathaniel Lowe, his sickness, we'll get to the low rider in a minute, but Josh Bell hits a home run to get the Nationals back in the game, makes some really nice plays at first when he usually just DHs. Way to go, Josh Bell, playing in his former home ballpark in Miami. Nathaniel Lowe, he's sick, comes in, pinch hit, bases clearing double. My goodness. The Nats are back, man. They're back. They are back, and they're going to sweep the Marlins. So the pitching matchup tonight, Trevor Williams versus Sandy Alcantara. I get it. This is the game the Marlins are favored in. Yesterday was the first game all year long the Nationals were favored in. I'd assume they're going to be pretty big favorites tomorrow because the pitching matchup's Mackenzie Gore versus Cal Quantrill. We thought it was going to be Quantrill yesterday. Instead, it was Edward Cabrera for the Marlins, who posted a really good start for them after being very mediocre in AAA in his rehab starts. Regardless, though, it's Williams versus Sandy Alcantara tonight. Expect Alcantara to have a really good night. Honestly, he hasn't blown me away so far this season. I watched his Mets start. Really, again, I know what Alcantara is going to bring. I understand the guy's elite, but I don't know. Post-injury, I'm not sold. I don't know. He's not what he once was. He's going to be traded very shortly, we can assume. But that Mets start, I rewatched it today. 5 innings pitch. Yeah, again, the Mets only get 3 hits, but the swing and miss stuff isn't entirely there, I don't think, anymore for Alcantara. He had a much better start in his first start against the Pirates, but that's the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they suck, and he only went 4 2/3. So I'd expect him to be gone by the 6th inning in this game, and once the Nationals get into this god-awful Marlins bullpen, they are going to deliver. At the same time, I think Trevor Williams has a great night against the Marlins today. Guys, there's a chance this game, let's be honest, is 0-0 going into the 6th inning, and that's okay. Because the Nationals will win late in this game. I get the Nationals bullpen has been very shaky, but the Marlins bullpen's worse. I mean, I saw that performance Anthony Bender put out yesterday. That was horrible, and he's supposed to be their best relief guy. Oh God. Trevor Williams is going to fill it up for you. He's had 2 mediocre starts so far this season, but guys, he gets to pitch against the Miami Marlins. I kid you not, guys. I watch a lot of baseball. Okay, I do. I don't know where half these guys come from the Miami Marlins, and I'm not joking. Okay, I obviously know who Xavier Edwards is. I know who Conine is. I know who Derek Hill is, former Washington National Farm System guy. I know who Cade Stowers is. I know Otto Lopez. But some of these guys, where does Liam Hicks come from? Graham Pauley? I mean, just Wagman, who's batting 156 in the 4 spot. Again, I don't watch that much Miami Marlins baseball because there's really nothing to watch, let's just be honest. But where do half these guys come from, and how is this team even 6-7? I get it, they saw a lot of success against the Pirates in their first series, but I'm telling you guys, and I said this yesterday, I'll say it again, there's levels to this. The Nationals are just much better than Miami. They dominated this team last year. The first series that the Marlins and Nationals played last season was in South Beach, it was in Miami, and the Nationals swept this team, and they're much better this season than they were last year. So I'm perfectly fine with the Nationals here. I think they win this game. I think Trevor Williams does a good job because, again, who's in this lineup other than Xavier Edwards? I mean, Stowers is all right. Conine, I think he's solid. But man, it's not an impressive team. I mean, guys, Jonah Bride's batting 6 for this team, and he's batting 081. I just don't get it. Some of these guys just are really bad. I'm gonna be honest. Like Derek Hill is nothing special. Wagman, Paulie in the 9 is just, a lot of these guys are just automatic outs, it feels like. So I think Trevor Williams has his way tonight. And the Nationals lineup, we'll see if CJ Abrams plays, left yesterday's game with the hip injury. I watched the Davey Martinez post-game presser like I always do. He should be fine. It's just a matter of if he's going to play or not today. Same with Nathaniel Lowe. But even with a minimal Nats lineup tonight, I mean, there's a chance, guys, we're looking at, the 1, 2, 3 of the order tomorrow being, they'll probably lead off Wood. It'll probably be Wood call Ruiz, Bell Garcia. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Dylan Cruz, you're going to look at Dylan Cruz's numbers. Oh, he's batting 116. He's, okay, Dylan Cruz missed an opposite field home run by this much, okay? He's going to be fine. He's hitting the ball hard. Dylan Cruz is, I looked at the stats for this the other day, at least I saw it on Twitter. Dylan Cruz is one of the unluckiest hitters in baseball right now, and it's not even close. He's going to be fine. He will finish batting this year over 240. There's nothing to worry about, okay? I do want him to eventually reach Bryce Harper level. I don't know if he's ever going to do that because I'm a huge Dylan Cruz fan. He's my favorite player in the league. We'll see. Anyways, the Nats are fine in this spot. They're going to beat the Marlins. Oh, Alcantara, sure. We've got Trevor Williams. We're okay, all right? This might be scoreless through 5, but the Nats take over after. We just need Trevor Williams to get out there. Just give us a decent start and give us a fighting chance once we get into the Marlins bullpen, and we'll be fine. Nats money line, I absolutely love it. NATS, Nats, get us back. Get us back to 500. Final bet of the night, our Nerfy of the day. I get it, the odds aren't great, but I think it's worth laying the juice, minus 140. Final game of the night, Mariners, Rangers. Okay. We're done fading the Mariners for the time being, just because they keep proving me wrong. They're still not good. No one's telling me otherwise, but whatever. We're going to lay off that. Rangers-Mariners night 2 tonight. The pitching matchup, Kumar Rocker versus Brian Wu. Obviously, the former Vandy product, Kumar Rocker, former first-round pick. Hasn't been great this season, but that's really just a result of the Reds start. In that game, he goes 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs. Whatever. The Rays start that he pitches, the Rangers win that game, 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. That's playable. Not the most swing and miss stuff out of Kumar Rocker yet. He's not just able to overpower guys really in the major leagues like he was able to do up the farm system and at Vanderbilt as well. But Rocker's been all right, okay? Brian Wu, we know how good this guy is. A shaky second start against the San Francisco Giants, but his first start of the year against the A's, 6 innings, 1 run. I believe that was, it's either Langoliers or Soderstrom 1 yard. I believe it was Langoliers. Regardless, we know how good Brian Wu is. We just need 6 outs. Okay, and why I'm fine with this is, okay, Kumar Rocker gets the easier assignment. This is what we're not concerned about. Kumar Rocker versus the Mariners. Sure, the Mariners scored in the first inning yesterday. Jorge Polanco had a home run. He's on a heater right now. He's not going to do it in back-to-back games. Polanco's been great. Him and Dylan Moore are the only 2 things really keeping this Mariners team together. Cal Raleigh with the home run yesterday. Again, you're going to randomly get home runs out of guys like Raleigh and Arozarena, whatever. Really, Jorge Polanco is the only thing keeping this team going. He's batting 420 this year. He went 3 for 4 yesterday, hit a home run in the first inning, 2 singles in the 5th and 8th. They eventually pinch ran him. They brought Dylan Moore in. But you look at the first 4-ish guys in the lineup for the Mariners, and I get it, Kumar Rocker is still young in his career. I'm not concerned about this at all for Kumar Rocker. Julio is not very good right now. He's batting 170, had a clutch hit the other day against the Houston Astros in Seattle. I'm not worried about Julio. Jorge Polanco, I'm a little bit concerned about. But do I think he goes yard in back-to-back games? No. In the first inning, no. Maybe he gets on. That's fine. Cal Raleigh, as long as he doesn't get a hold of one, that's an easy out. And he just hit a home run in his last at-bat. He's not doing that on back-to-back at-bats. Arozarena, righty, I'm okay with that. Okay, Kumar Rocker's fine. The Rangers, this is where it gets a little bit more concerning, but really the Rangers, they've been doing very well down the lineup, in the middle of the lineup. The top of their order has not been very good. Marcus Semion's batting 130 this year. Picked up a hit, I think it was in the 8th, 7th inning he had a double. They stranded him on 3rd, whatever. Corey Seager has just been this year. He's batting 200. And then Josh Smith has been good, I'll give you that. Adolis Garcia, big power, but nothing to write home about average-wise. So I think we're okay. And again, we get the better pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. He can get those 3 outs against the better lineup, and Kumar Rocker gets the god-awful Mariners lineup plus Jorge Polanco. I'm okay with this. I really think we get the nerfy here, and obviously, this is reflected by the odds that we get for this play at minus 140. Don't usually like to go into the 140s in terms of making bets, but I am willing to play it for this one. We know the Mariners aren't going to show up, and the Rangers, the top of the order has just been bad. Let's just be honest. I don't expect Semien to do anything. I'm thinking we can get a Seager out from Brian Wu, and then we just need to get one out of Josh Smith or Adolis Garcia, and then we're fine. Jace Young yesterday with a crazy outing. He goes 2 for 4. Sorry, Josh Young, not his brother Jace on the Tigers, but Josh Young yesterday 2 for 4 with the home run. He's batting 474 in the season, but he's batting 6th. We'll see if they move him up the lineup because they're still batting Jock Peterson right now in the 8th spot, and in the 5 spot, and Jock Peterson's batting 086. So we'll see what happens. But we are taking the nerfy for this game with the Mariners and the Rangers. Kumar Rocker, Brian Wu give us 6 outs to start the game from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. So folks, thank y'all for watching our 5 best bets for April 12th with the MLB. If you have not yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more MLB best bets in the final NBA regular season prediction video of the year. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.